It's got to be real.
Be real. Be real. Yes, guys, what's up? So, Floyd Money Mayweather, Andre the Beast Berto has been made. So much to talk about. I'm going to try and fit in as quick as possible, but try and watch this video today because I'm going to cover loads of different things. First of all, right, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is coming off a tremendous win against his arch rival, who many people thought would beat Mayweather. I myself did think that Pacquiao would be able to pull off a win against Floyd Mayweather Jr. Stylistically, he was southpaw. Stylistically, he was fast on his feet. Maybe he was a little bit old. Maybe he was a little bit small. Maybe Alex Ruiz wasn't in his corner. Maybe he wasn't on that juice no more. Whatever the reason, right? Or maybe he was just never ever good enough to beat Mayweather, you know? But whatever the reason, there were times when I was going for Floyd as well, and it was a close fight to call. It was difficult. You know, it's very easy now to say, oh, I told you to. But, you know, as you look into that fight before, on paper, an 8-weight division champion has done what he did against Mayweather Jr. Because Pacquiao's still a great fighter. He's a brilliant fighter. Mayweather's just happened to kick his ass. Let's just be honest about it. I'm a fan of both. I'm still a fan of both. And people have really dissed Pacquiao because of his performance against Mayweather. But look, man, if Mayweather had lost that fight, these same people would be dissing. A lot more people would be dissing Floyd Mayweather more, like, extensively, like hardcore. I don't want to really diss Pacquiao too much, but he could have a shoulder injury. How the hell do you guys not know that he has a genuine shoulder injury? Do I believe it or not? That doesn't matter. Okay. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Okay. We could speculate about it, but truth is, Pacquiao knows. That's it. He knows if his shoulder prevented him in that fight. Yeah, he was throwing it and whatnot, but blah, 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 blah. Either way, Floyd Mayweather had hand problems. He won the fight. He pulled it out. And I'm going to say that if Pacquiao rematches him, Mayweather wins again. So, I think that chapter's closed. Mayweather Jr. is 48-0. He has never lost in his entire career. You could say about Castillo. You could say about De La Hoya, but you're just a Mayweather hater. The truth of the matter is, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is a great fighter, and I place him in my top 5 pound for pound. I place him in my top 5 pound for pound list of all time. Okay, Floyd Mayweather Jr. Okay, so I'm not a Mayweather hater, but I'm actually a huge Mayweather fan. More than any other current boxer, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is the fighter that I look up to more than anyone, more than any other fighter. And this is the thing, right? When we're looking at Floyd Mayweather Jr., you don't look at him anymore compared to fighters of present, because he is the self-proclaimed TBE, the best ever, right? We have to now compare him to fighters of old. I mean, when Michael Jackson was around, right, he labelled himself King of Pop, but that caught on very quick and everybody started King of Pop. Truth of the matter is, Michael Jackson wasn't just the King of Pop, he was the king of several different musical genres. He was unbelievable, Michael Jackson. But he labelled himself the King of Pop, and that logo really stuck with him, King of Pop, right? And when you say King of Pop, no artist can ever take that, because it's his thing, Michael Jackson's, and he lived up to it. Michael Jackson really lived up to it. And when we're talking about Mayweather Jr., he's labelled himself TBE, the best ever. Ali labelled himself the greatest of all time. And this is the thing. When you're labelling yourself the best ever, you have to be open to more. You're going to be open to more criticism than any other fighter. More than Pacquiao, because Pacquiao doesn't claim that he is the best ever. He has never said that. Okay? Personality-wise, who do I like more? I'm going to tell you straight. I actually prefer Mayweather Jr. because of several reasons. Like, behind the scenes, what he does. Like, I'm a Mayweather fan. Let me just say that off the bat. I'm a Mayweather fan. Having said that, Floyd Money Mayweather versus Andre Berto it's a crap fight. It's a rubbish fight. Now, no, bad choice of words. I'm not going to say it's a rubbish fight. I'm going to say it's a rubbish matchup, because Andre Berto has lost to Soto Caras. He's lost several fights. You know what Andre Berto is, yeah? He's lost several fights. He's struggled against Lopez, right? He really struggled against Lopez. Lopez was actually, in my books, Lopez was winning until he got that flush. Bang! Got knocked out. But that brings me on to something. Andre Berto did knock him out, and Andre Berto does have a bit of a pop. And he has got speed. But didn't Pacquiao have speed? Pacquiao had speed. Pacquiao had foot speed as well. Pacquiao, does he have more power at 147 pounds at the moment than Andre Berto? Difficult to say. You know, obvious answer is yeah, he does. But really, how long has it been since Pacquiao had any sort of significant knockdown in 147 pounds? I don't know. It's been a while. I don't think Pacquiao's even 147. I think he's a 140 fighter. I've said that for ages. But the thing is, Andre Berto doesn't deserve this Mayweather fight. Not all. Now, I'm going to say this as well. Look, to get into that square circle and get in the ring, it takes a lot of heart and a lot of bottle. A lot of bottle. So in regards to that, I respect every fighter to a certain level. Okay? I do respect them because it takes heart and it takes guts to get into that ring. Okay? Whether that's amateur, whether that's professional, or whether that's on the grand scale of fighting in the MGM Grand Arena, it still takes a lot of bottle and a lot of heart, so you have to give Floyd Mayweather Jr. credit upon that basis. However, right, we're talking about TBE, the best ever. That's how we have to look at Floyd Mayweather's career now, because he labelled himself TBE. We have to look at him like that. We can't. Now people say, oh, he's old, right, and he's still training, he's taking wear and tear, and I put a tweet out, right, a picture and a caption, he's a strong young champion talking about Andre Berto, he's a young lion, and blah, 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 and Mayweather's going to try to sell his fight. It's nonsense. It's a crap fight, okay? Sorry, bad choice of words again. It's a bad matchup, okay? On paper, Andre Berto should not be in the ring with Floyd Mayweather Jr. It should be Amir Khan, it should be Kell Brook, it should be Keith Thurman, it should be Canelo Alvarez rematch, it should be Miguel Cotto. Man, I'm not a fan of all them fights, but it's better than this. It's much better than this. Timothy Bradley, Saddam Ali, like, I just don't understand it. Andre Berto is not even a huge name, but he's a big enough name. He's known. So, but it just doesn't make sense to me in terms of why would you pick this fight, like, if you're wanting to be remembered as a legend and, like, towards the back end of your career when you're coming off the biggest win in your life, why are you taking such... Because all it highlights... Because Mayweather Jr.'s criticism has always been, and it always will be, right? His critics will always say that Floyd Mayweather Jr. did not fight the best fighters at the right time, and etc. etc. That's kind of the criticism that's constantly made about Mayweather. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying generally, he fought a certain Hispanic style for so long, and he's always come forward fighters and blah blah blah. But and he's handpicked his opponent. That's what Mayweather Jr.'s like criticism is. He's a cherry picker. You know what I mean? That's what... I mean, Ali was never known as a cherry picker. He's got his own criticisms. Oh, his defense wasn't that good, blah, 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 and he used to get hit a lot. Ray Robinson didn't really have... Yeah, you could say his criticism was also, like, he never got to face a prime young George Foreman or Joe Frazier, Sugar Ray Robinson. That's the best. These are the best we're talking. Mayweather Jr.'s criticism is he cherry picks his opponents, hand picks his opponents, chooses the fights. You know, he doesn't take on the highest risk fights. And, towards the end of his career, coming off the biggest win in your life against Manny Pacquiao, where people are still talking about shoulder injury, don't really believe any of that stuff, to be dead honest, but people talk about shoulder injury, he's over the hill. I've seen it in my own eyes, and I don't think Pacquiao caused Mayweather any significant trouble, but I thought he put up a good fight. He did hurt Mayweather a few times in the fight. It wasn't as bad as people are making out, but it definitely did not live up to that expectation, what we expected of Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. But the thing is about Andre Berto, right? On paper, he just doesn't deserve this fight. There were so many other fighters who deserved it more, and, like, Keith Thurman, right? He deserves it. Kell Brook, he beat Sean Porter. He deserves it on that bit. I won't say, like, look, they're all in a similar category, okay? Amir Khan deserves it as well, These three fighters deserved it in the welterweight division, okay? They wouldn't even be that hard to make, like, but Mayweather Jr. is getting excused because he's fought Manny Pacquiao. And he beat Pacquiao, and he's a tremendous 48 in all career. He wants to go off, like, and have an easy fight. People say, oh, he deserves an easy fight. Manny, he deserves to retire. He deserves to do whatever he wants to do. But the thing is, we're not looking at Mayweather Jr. anymore in terms of, like, oh, he has to do this. Nah, it's about TBE. Are you the best ever? Are you better than Ray Leonard? Are you better than Ali? Are you better than Ray Robinson? If you are, and you say you are, and you claim you are, prove you are. Face the best time after time after time after time. beat the best time after time after time after time. And he has done this. But there has been points where he's taken questionable matchups. Why did he take the Max Maidana rematch? You might be able to justify it. Why did he take Max Maidana instead of Khan? You might be able to justify it. There's certain questions. Why take Pacquiao now than when Pacquiao was younger? And these constantly questions that are going to be around Floyd Mayweather for the rest of his life, right? But the truth of the matter is, you'll always get haters. You will always get haters. But I don't think that the Floyd Mayweather Jr. criticism is necessarily hate coming from people. I think it's justified things that they say. Some of it's hate. Some of it is hate. But I think some of it's justified as well. You know, to say that Mayweather has gone balls to the wall and fought the best that he possibly could on every single selection that he ever made, and he never took advantage of the opponent in terms of telling them late that he's fighting them, or, you know, just little advantages outside the ring. You know, like, it's just, you can't say that. You can't say he did what Ray Robinson did. You can't really say that. But, I mean, we could question Muhammad Ali as well at the same time. We could say that he never rematched George Foreman. So I'm saying, so the point I'm making is you'll always get that criticism. But Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Andre Berto is just such a bad fight. Such a low-ranked fight. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know how to justify it. However, having said this, okay, the fight's been made, so there's no point in crying. And that 11 minutes that I've done just now is all the crying I'm going to do now. Now I'm going to talk about the fight. Truth of the matter is, it actually is not that much of a bad fight. Okay, right? This is why when I was saying bad choice of words before, in terms of a fight, no, Berto doesn't deserve it and whatnot, but firstly, is Berto on that level? I'd say he's on that level. He's fought at that level. He hasn't always performed at that level, but he's fought at that level. Who's he been beaten by? He's been brooked up. He's been Robert Guerrero'd. He's been out-muscled a little bit by Lopez. You know, Lopez kind of outboxed him a little bit. No, that's the worry. He won against Lopez, but the fights he's lost, he didn't lose from being outboxed. But I felt I need to rewatch that fight. But from what I remember, I think he was getting outboxed by Lopez, if I'm correct. Am I correct in saying that? Because I had Lopez up a few rounds, right, when Lopez got stopped. But this is the thing. Berto has fast hands. Mayweather's old. Berto has fast hands with pop. Now, that's rare. Mayweather Jr. hasn't really faced a fighter like this in a long time. This is the truth, right? Now, maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit. Maybe I'm being a little bit too optimistic. But Berto does have rapid hands. Berto does have pop. 147-pound legit pop. Okay? To knock Lopez out like that is no joke. It ain't no joke to knock Lopez out like that. Okay? Lopez tends to go down now and again, but still, I'd say Berto carries that one-hit bang. You know that one-hit pop, that hard one-hit pop? Berto has that pop. Manny Pacquiao at 140 pounds has that pop, but I don't think he has that. I personally, I'm going out on a limb, but I'm not sure if I'm correct here, but I think Andre Berto does have a bit more pop than Pacquiao at a full 147 pounds because he's heavier, he's bigger, and do you know what? He's no Marcus Maidana who's going to be slow as hell. But then the problem comes, he can't push Mayweather like Maidana did. But it's going to be an interesting matchup because, see, people are actually saying that Andre Berto might do better than Pacquiao. You know what? He might do. But it depends how you saw the Pacquiao fight, you know? There are some people felt Pacquiao won that fight, believe me. I'm not one of them, but some people feel like he did. But, look, man, as you really look into the fight between Berto and Mayweather, there are arguments that Berto might carry that one-hit snap, bang, and it could wobble Mayweather. He has been hurt before. And you see, when you have fast hands, you have good boxing, and you're able to land. And you got a bit of pop. It's a dangerous combination right there. But truth be told, if Lopez was able to, I mean, okay, let me just say this as well. Jesus Soto Caras, he banged out Andre Berto. He smashed him up, dismantled him and rocked him, hurt him, damaged him, messed him up. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has not had a knockout in about 8 years. I don't see how he stops Andre Berto. I think that's a massive ask. I think it's such a big ask. And I don't think that he will. I really don't think he will. I think that his fight will go to points, unless Andre Berto can stop Floyd Mayweather Jr. and then, you know, he could get a knockout. But the obvious answer is this. What's going to happen in this fight? It's very simple. I don't usually like to make predictions this quick, but Andre Berto by knockout. No, I'm joking. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is going to outpoint him. Simple. It's not rocket science. I don't think Andre Berto is going to knock out Floyd. And he's not going to outbox Floyd for 12 rounds. It just won't happen. It just won't happen. He's not good enough. He hasn't got that stellar amateur record. He hasn't got that stellar, you know, he hasn't like really dominated fighters in the past, and he's not got anything really going for him in terms of that. He hasn't got an unbelievable knockout ratio. He hasn't got a lot of, and he has been beat several times. He's had hard, tough fights against, you know, several fighters. Stylistically, it's not as bad as it looks on paper, but it's still a pretty crap fight, and Berto might be on that level, but I still think Mayweather Jr. just does him, outboxes him, uses his class, uses his footwork, and just makes it a very easy night. And I don't think there's any point in this fight. And if you told me, would you pay £40, £50 to watch this fight? I would say F you, not in a million years. So if you're in America, you want to watch this on pay-per-view, up to you. But personally, I wouldn't. Luckily, we're gonna get it for like free here, probably on either on Sky Sports or Box Nation. You know, maybe a little subscription or whatever, right? Minor, but and, you know, we get a night out of it. A Mayweather night. The undercard is going to be very interesting. I don't understand why this fight was on paper, has become a pay-per-view fight. It should have been on Freeview. That would have been a better, and it would have been, you know, it just would have made more sense. But leave your comment section below. Please make sure you subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of this fight. Andre Berto, Floyd Mayweather, Andre Berto. All the respect in the world for Mayweather Jr. He does deserve to do whatever he likes now. Personally, in terms of being ranked as the best ever, yeah, Ray Robinson fought some crap fights. Even Ali fought some crap fights. Everyone fought some rubbish fights. But towards the end of your career, where you're saying, when you're saying statements like, by the time I retire, I will be known as TBE, and I will do this and I will do that. To mix an Andre Berto in there as part of the last few fights that you're having, just doesn't make sense. Like, what does that do for your career? If anything, it harms it. You would have been better off not fighting, because this fight really just highlights the fact that Mayweather Jr. is a cherry picker. Do you know what I mean? It just, critics who say that, that's what it highlights. I'm not saying he isn't. It's disrespectful, especially after everything he's done. He's beaten champion after champion after champion after champion. But when we're talking TBE, the best ever, because Mayweather Jr. is in my top 5. Win or lose against Berto, anything that happens now, he's already ranked in top 5. But when you're looking at the best ever, man, you got to prove to us you're the best ever. You've got to constantly now, at this backstage of your career now, you still have to face the best. You have to put a seal of approval on that Pacquiao win. You have to say, that wasn't a fluke. I'll do it to this guy, I'll do it to this guy. I'll beat Thurman, I'll beat Khan. You know, I'll beat Miguel Cotto. I'll beat Gennady Golovkin. You know, I'll beat Canelo in a rematch. Whatever it is, right? They're all good fights, and this is just like, why would you spoil your? I mean, Mayweather Jr. has not taken a mismatch like this in I don't know how long. Yeah, I don't know how long. Like, how far do I have to go back? Why take that now? Why? I know you're getting old and it don't make sense. Comment section below. Subscribe as always. Floyd Mayweather Jr. Andre Berto. Good luck to Andre Berto. I'm not gonna hate. Good luck to Floyd Mayweather Jr. I'm always TMT, right? But not a good matchup on paper in terms of the fight. You never know. It is boxing, but nah. Mayweather Jr. easy work. In a bit, guys.